just wanted to make sure everybody knows. Thank you. Radhe Radhe.
आर की मन्नाथ श्री जगन्नाथो मद्गुरु श्री जगद्गुरु मदात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा कृपालु गुरवे नमः। वन्दे नवघनश्यामम् पीतकौशेयवाससम् सानन्दं सुन्दरं शुद्धं श्रीकृष्णं प्रकृतेः परम् वन्दे वृन्दावनानन्दा वन्दे वृन्दावनानन्दा राधिका परमेश्वरी गोपिका परमां शुद्धा लादिनी शक्तिरूपिणी यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्वंह देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये. Dear devotees, we'll be singing one of the kirtans that Shri Kripalji Maharaj has written for Shri Ram's birthday. Nrip Dashrath Ghar Bhajat Badhai. We'll see what is the scene in the house, in the home of King Dashrath on the day that Shri Ram took avatar. So we'll sing these lines and understand some of the philosophy behind them. नृप दशरथ घर बजत बधाई।
दशरथ घर भजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर बजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई।
बजत बधाई आज बजत बधाई।
भजत बधाई आज भजत बधाई।
बजत बधाई आज बजत बधाई।
भजत बधाई आज भजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर बजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर बजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई।
बजत बधाई आज बजत बधाई।
भजत बधाई आज भजत बधाई।
बजत बधाई आज बजत बधाई।
भजत बधाई आज भजत बधाई।
बजत बधाई।
भजत बधाई।
बजत बधाई।
भजत बधाई।
बजत बधाई आज बजत बधाई।
भजत बधाई आज भजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर बजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर बजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर बजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई।
सकल जगत को मात पिता जो।
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 सो कौशल्य ही मातु बनाई।
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 नृप दशरथ घर बजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर बजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई।
The first thing that's being pointed out here by Shri Kripaluji Maharaj is a contradiction. That who is Shri Ram? He is Supreme God. Ramaiva Param Brahma. Vedavyasji says in Adhyatma Ramayana, Ram is Parabrahm. He is Supreme God, Supreme Brahm. Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavaniti Shabdyate. Vedavyasji explains that Supreme God has three main forms in which he eternally appears: as formless, as almighty with a form and as loving with a form. So that supreme God is none other than Shri Ram. Then who could be God's mother or father? It doesn't make logical sense when Ved says, Amritasya vai putraha. We are God's children. We are Ram's children. Because as Brahm, so brihati bringhayati iti tat param brahma. Ved defines Brahm as the one who is the absolute greatest, the biggest. There's no one who could be greater than him. With his grace, he makes the surrendered souls to have his unlimited sat, unlimited chit, unlimited anand, but he's still God. So then who could be God's father? Who could be God's mother? It seems impossible. Ram, being supreme God, being, again, according to Ved, yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayam sabhisam vishanti tad brahma. Taittiriya Upanishad describes more about Supreme Brahm. From him everything came. Ram is the one who initiates the process of creation. So kamayat bahusyam prajayeti satapo tapyat satapastaptva. Taittiriya Upanishad. Ram decides and the creation happens. So everything comes out of him. Maya was dormant within him. Ram awakened it and the whole universe was produced out of Ram. All the souls were dormant within Shri Ram during Mahapralay. And having done the Srishti, he then sent the souls out to take birth in a physical body. And it is only with his power that the souls are even alive. So this is why, although we are as old as Shri Ram, he's not older than us. He never made us, because all three entities are eternal, Brahm, Jeev, Maya. But we say he is the father, he is the mother of all the souls, because during Pralay, we were dormant within him and he sent us out. So visually speaking, it looks like we came out of Ram. Ram produced us or made us, although we're eternal. God never makes any soul. But nonetheless, he is the mother, he is the father of all the souls. Who could be greater than God and be called his mother or his father? And yet, this is the amazing situation during his avatar. He chooses someone as his mother. So sakal jagat ko mat pita jo, so kaushalya hi matu banai. He made this soul to be his mother, that we call Kaushalya. That's Shri Ram's grace. Kaushalya, Dashrath, these are divine personalities who are already God realized, but this was their divine gift from Shri Ram to become his parents. They wanted that relationship with him. So, although he's Supreme God, he comes on earth and Bhakta tu Bhagavan Prabhu Ram dhare utanu bhoop kiye charit pavan param prakrit nar anurup. He behaves just like an ordinary person. Why? Because there are three kinds of divine bliss. Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavaniti Shabdyate Bhagavatam. Vedavyasji says, the same Supreme Lord, Shri Ram, he gives Brahmanand. Brahmanand is one kind of divine bliss. That means you don't get to see God or experience God with any of your five senses, but you conceive of the oneness, your oneness with God, in your divine intellect. It's an abstract experience, you can say. You're not seeing, touching, smelling, hearing. You just know that I'm one with God. But you don't have any direct, concrete experience like you get when you touch or hear or see something. But it's unlimited divine bliss, Brahmanand, perfect divine bliss. Even though that itself is unlimited, the bliss of Paramatmanand or Aishwaryanand is considered to be infinite times greater than Brahmanand, because the same experience of oneness with God that not we, but a Brahmanandi, Jnani saint would get, is further enriched. It's not like it's something else. It's the same. It's like if you have a mango and you just see it from a distance. That's Brahmanand. Now in Paramatmanand, there's something more. Now imagine you get to smell that nice ripe mango. You haven't tasted it yet, but smelling it adds a dimension. Now you feel something more. Oh, it's not just nice looking. The smell. Something like that, Paramatmanand is the same Brahm being experienced in it somehow with more dimensions, further enriched. In Paramatmanand, you get to see God face to face. You get to see the same Brahm that you experienced as formless in a personal form. So now the Brahmanand has layers, is further enriched. Now you get to see God. You could smell, just like Sanakadik Paramahansa went to Vaikuntha abode of Bhagwan Vishnu, who is the absolute personified form of this Aishwaryanand. They went over there, and up till now they had only experienced Brahmanand. But they entered into that divine abode of the personal form of God. And Tasyarvinda nayanasya padarvinda kinjalka mishra tulasi makaranda vayu. Bhagavatam. When they entered, something extra was added to their Brahmanand, the smell. They haven't seen him yet. They just entered his abode and something happened. Someone had offered a tulsi leaf, a divine tulsi leaf, at the lotus feet of Bhagwan Vishnu. And there was a slight gentle breeze coming from that direction, and it carried the fragrance of the divine tulsi leaf and the fragrance of his charan. And that entered the nostrils of Sanakadik Paramahansa. And now their Brahmanand was gone. You could say they were awakened out of their Brahmanand. And they went to Mahavishnu and said, we have a desire. Kamam bhava swavrijinair niraye suya syat cheto livad yadinute padayorameta vachascha nastulasivad yaditengri shobha puryetate gunaganair yadi karnarandhra. Bhagavatam. They say, we have an odd request. let us be born in Narak with this condition that we always get to enjoy this bliss of your personal form. In other words, on one hand, they have Brahmanand, which they had already been experiencing, and they're saying, you take this Brahmanand and give us Narak, but with the bliss of your personal form. There's something extra, special. That was even, never mind seeing God's unlimited divine beauty, just the fragrance, the divine fragrance penetrated their Brahmanand and elevated them to a new level of experience. Then there's something even beyond that. That is called Premanand. Premanand is so great that whereas in this field of Aishwaryanand or Paramatmanand, which is the realm of Mahavishnu, whereas in that situation, Ram, Krishna, as Vishnu, they're completely aware of their godly status. A soul who's over there gets a direct experience with all five senses of the unlimited divine bliss, which is infinite times greater than Brahmanand. And yet, there's a certain formality that is maintained. I'm God. You are souls. Krishna has that mentality, that awareness. The divine saints over there are aware. We are souls. He's the Supreme Lord. They're still enjoying the infinite Paramatmanand. But in Premanand, there's something extra. God forgets he's God. And the souls forget about any kind of separation between them and God. So Premanand is even infinite times greater than Paramatmanand, which is infinite times greater than Brahmanand. Brahmanando paridesha chet parardha guni krita naiti bhakti sukham bodhe parmanu tulamapi. Rup Goswami tries to give us some mathematical insight into imagining, okay, if Brahmanand is already infinite, and then Paramatmanand is infinite times greater than that, and then Premanand is infinite times greater than that, then what is Premanand like? So he says, take Brahmanand and multiply it by one parardh. Parardh is more than 100 trillion. 155,520,000,000,000, that's one parardh. So multiply Brahmanand by that. And on the other side, take Paramanu Tulamapi. Take one Paramanu, one tiny, smallest particle of Premanand that you can get, and that will still exceed that Brahmanand. It's nothing. You can't even compare it to one Paramanu of Premanand. That Premanand is so great, it makes God forget his godliness. How great would it have to be? God's godliness cannot be overpowered by anyone or anything except for his one thing. His power of divine love can overpower his godliness and make him forget he's God. And he allows this to happen out of his gracious nature. Anyone who loves him in that way, he becomes like that for them. So these divine saints who took the role of Dashrath and Kaushalya, they are such saints who loved Bhagwan Ram, not with the feeling that you're my supreme God and I'm just a soul. They loved him with the feeling that you are mine. I want you as my own son. So when Ram took avatar, with the purpose of revealing these sweet relationships that a soul can have with him. He needed to have some divine saints also come with him to take part in those leelas, so that then later we would hear about it. Jagavistarahi vimalayash Ram janma karahetu Soi gun gai bhagat bhav tarahi Kripa sindhu janhit tanu dharahi. He comes to reveal the greatness of his love and his leelas, and then we can hear about that and pattern our devotion after the same. Oh, I could be Ram's mother, I could be Ram's father, and we can meditate on the leelas that Ram revealed that are recorded in the various Ramayans. And by meditating on that, we purify our heart and we cross over this ocean of Maya. So this is the first thing being pointed out by Jagat Guru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, that Sakal Jagat ko Mat Pita Jo. Isn't it amazing that the Supreme God, who is the Lord and Mother and Father of the whole universe and all the souls in the universe, he has made another soul his mother. And now he is not God in front of her. He's given up his godly status. Not that he's not God, not that he's been stripped of his powers, but his divine love power is more powerful than his godly powers, his almightiness, all-knowingness, etc. Now he's just a boy growing up in the home of Kaushalya and Dashrath. So isn't it amazing? It's such an amazing thing. More amazing than his almighty things. With his almightiness, he manifests this unlimited universe with a thought. Try to understand how amazing that is. With his almighty power, he's all-knowing. He knows what each of us sitting here is thinking every second. Not only us in this room, but he even knows what the insects are doing. He knows what the bacteria are doing. They're also living beings. He knows what all the trees and grass are doing all around Radha Madhav Dham. He knows what everybody in all of Austin is doing and thinking right now. How many souls live in Austin? I don't mean humans, all the souls. You couldn't even count. So many living beings. He knows everything everybody's doing in Texas. He knows the whole US, who's thinking what every second. He knows the entire Earth planet, every living being, what are they doing and what are they thinking? What leaf is moving here? What dust particle is floating there? He knows everything in our Brahmand. He knows everything in our whole galaxy. He knows everything in infinite galaxies, infinite souls and infinite Brahmans and infinite galaxies in this endless universe. He knows all of that. And that is so amazing, and yet it's nothing in front of his divine love power that makes him forget his godliness. So to celebrate that and feeling so amazed about that, Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, and the Devtas from Swarg have also come to celebrate this amazing occasion. So we'll learn more about them in a minute. Let us sing one of these lines. Nrip Dashrath Ghar Bhajat Badhai.
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 सकल जगत को मात पिता जो
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 कौशल्य ही मातु बनाई
सो कौशल्य ही मातु बनाई
सो कौशल्य ही मातु बनाई
सो कौशल्य ही मातु बनाई
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई
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 बजत बधाई आज बजत बधाई
भजत बधाई आज भजत बधाई
बजत बधाई आज बजत बधाई
भजत बधाई आज भजत बधाई
बजत बधाई
भजत बधाई
बजत बधाई
भजत बधाई
नृप दशरथ घर 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 भजत बधाई
Yah acharaj suni, hearing this amazing thing that Supreme God has come in this world and he's now behaving as an ordinary boy and he's made a soul as his mother and another soul as his father. This was so amazing that all the governors and great personalities of our planetary system came to also celebrate and offer their thank you and their obeisance to Shri Ram. Yah acharaj suni vidhi hari har sur. Vidhi Brahma, Hari Vishnu, Har Shiva and Sur, the celestial devtas. Even they don't know who Ram is. जग पे खन सब देखन हारे विधि हरि शंभु न चावन हारे तेउ न जानई मरम तुम्हारा और तुम्ही को जानन हारा. Tulsidas Ji says, O Ram, Vidhi Hari Har dance to your tune. They are like puppets that you are making move. It is with your power that they govern this Brahman. And even they don't know who you are, then who else could know your greatness? How is it that Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar do not know who Shri Ram is? They are his swanch. Ram, Krishna are anshi of everyone, not only the souls, but every form of God, divine God. They are all the expansion of Ram, Krishna's own personality. Here in this Brahmand, Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar, they are avatar, Gunavatar it's called. They come here in our Brahmand, in our planetary system to manage things for us. It's a seva to us, to make sure our Brahmand is inhabitable, so that souls can come over here and live, do their karma, learn about God, practice bhakti and attain premanand. So they are doing seva. They're doing seva to their Anshi Mahavishnu from Vaikunt. So Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar of this Brahmand, they're all Ansh of Mahavishnu of the divine world. And he is Ansh of Ram Krishna. So that is why, just like the hand is Ansh of the body, but at the same time is a part of the body, in the same way, Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, they are none other than Ram himself, and yet they are considered to be his Ansh. So they cannot know him in totality. The only one who can know Shri Ram is the one that Shri Ram graces. Soi janai je dehu janai, janat tumahi hoi jai. If someone doesn't get Shri Ram's grace, then nobody can know him, not even Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, what to say of Indra and other celestial devatas. But with his grace, anyone can know him, even one of us, if we get Shri Ram's grace, if we do bhakti and surrender to him. So this also points out the greatness of this Ram Navmi occasion, that on this day, Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar of our Brahmand also came in amazement to worship Shri Ram in the form baby Ram who had just appeared. They also wanted to have his darshan and take part in the festivities that the boss of our boss, Shri Ram, is Supreme God. Mahavishnu, Ansh of Ram Krishna, he is the ruler of the entire universe. And he takes avatar in each and every Brahmand as Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar. So Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar are there in every Brahmand. They are infinite. Brahma, Vishnu, Shivadinam tatha sankhyana vidyate Devi Bhagavat Puran. There's no count of how many Brahmas, Vishnus and Shankars there are. Because there's one in every Brahmand and there are infinite Brahmans in the universe. So they are all Ansh of Mahavishnu, who is the single creator and ruler of this entire universe. And he is Ansh. He is Ansh of Ram and Krishna. Vishnur Mahan Sa Iha Yasya Kala Vishesha Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. That Supreme Mahavishnu is Ansh of Ram Krishna. So they have also come. They said, oh, we are just one little Brahmand in this endless universe with so many infinite Brahmans, and Supreme God has come from his divine abode, and he's visiting. It's like if the president visits a little village somewhere, people will get excited. In the same way, Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar are so excited. Supreme God, the Lord of the entire universe, has come to our Brahman. Let us go and see. And oh, look at how sweet. He's not even being God in this avatar. He's let his Premanand overpower his godliness. And he's become a sweet little boy. And he's doing Bal Leelas in the home of Kaushalya and King Dashrath. So seeing this, they were so amazed, and they came and said, Jai Ho, Jai Ho. They were shouting Jaikars. They also forgot all formality on that day and just celebrated the appearance of Bhagwan Ram. Nrip Dashrath Ghar Bhajat Badhai.
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 Yaha अचरज सुनी विधि हरि हर सुर
अचरज सुनि विधि हरि हर सुर
यह अचरज सुनी विधि हरि हर सुर
अचरज सुनि विधि हरि हर सुर
जय जयकार करत रघुराई
जय जयकार करत रघुराई
जय जयकार करत रघुराई
जय जयकार करत रघुराई
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई
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 The bliss on that day that was being poured was such that Dehi Bhai Videha Avadha Maha in the city of Ayodhya. That Premanand that was pouring through the Leelas of Bhagwan Ram that had just begun. It was such that those who were previously conscious of their body, they became videha. They lost sudhi buddhi bisaraye. They completely lost consciousness of who am I, where am I, do I even have a physical body? They are in such an ecstatic state that they forgot about all this consciousness of their own behavior. And conversely, Puni videha dehi padapai. Videha is a title of King Janak. King Janak, Sitaji's father, he had the title of Videha because he was always in that state of being completely unconscious of his own body, his own even existence. He was always in a state of oneness with Brahm. So he was in that state of Brahmanand, but he was a pravritti parayan paramahans. He nonetheless was active in the world. He was a king. So he was physically active, and yet at the same time he was unconscious of his physical body. So he had the title of Videha. But when he saw Ram, inahi vilokat ati anuraga barbas brahma sukhahi man tyaga. His mind said, I don't want this Brahmanand anymore. Man tyaga. His mind just got rid of that Brahmanand. Why? Because he saw Ram. His Brahm, that he only had an abstract experience of, was now standing before him in a beautiful form, and he could experience that bliss of Brahm now in a textured way through all five senses. He renounced his Brahmanand. So he, from being Videha, became Dehi. He came back to the duality of, oh, I can see God face to face, because that was a greater experience. Soi sukh lavalesh barik jin sapne hu lahi hu te nahi ganahi khagesh brahma sukhahi sajjan sumati. Sanakadik Paramahansa are saying, the one who even in a dream experiences the bliss of this Premanand will never be attracted to Brahmanand anymore. It's nothing for them. It's insignificant after they experience Premanand. There was a famous follower of Jagadguru Shankaracharya named Madhusudan Saraswati. He's a famous proponent of the Advait philosophy and had experienced and attained Brahmanand. But one time, what happened to him? He describes, Mayat pantha pathi bhimaratya digambara kopitamal nila vinyastahasto pinitamba bimbe dhutah samakarshati chitta vittam. He's exclaiming, "Oh, people of this world, and my brother and sister Paramahans, stay far away from this place." Why? What happened? There's a big danger over here. So people are thinking there's some kind of, bullets are flying, or there's some kind of riot or something dangerous going on. He says, no, nothing like that. There's a small blue-complexioned boy standing over here, Digambara. He's not wearing anything. And this small, cute boy is standing on the road. So, oh travelers, mayatapantha, don't come this way. This is a big danger. Why is it so dangerous? Look, my mind was basically marahua. I was in the state of Brahmanand, so my mind was like flatlined. No experience of any kind of this world, and just absorbed in the abstract bliss of Brahm. But seeing him, of course, that was none other than Nutcut Shri Krishna, who was mauj mein aa gaya कि इस परमहंस के सामने खड़े हो जाऊं. So he just appeared in front of him, and he was divine. So it's not like he was unqualified. He was qualified to see him. Shri Krishna appeared before him, and he said, my mara hua man has come back to life. Now my mind is awake, and I'm experiencing the unlimited bliss of his love. And now I've forgotten about Brahmanand. So if that's the reaction that happened to me, who was already experiencing the unlimited bliss of Brahmanand, then what will happen to you ordinary souls who only experience the limited pleasures like Rasgullanand of this world? What might happen to you if you see this boy? So don't come this way. So this is the experience of Jnani Paramahansas. Tatha Paramahansanam Muninam Malatmanam Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartham Katham Pashye Mahistriya. Bhagavatam. Kunti Devi is saying, oh Krishna, one of the reasons you take avatar on the earth is to make those Paramahansas as Shri Paramahans. A Paramahans is completely absorbed in the bliss of Brahm. But when that Paramahans upgrades to the bliss of divine love, then he gets a new title, Shri Paramahans. That is one of the reasons why you take avatar, to give those Paramahansas an upgrade and make them Shri Paramahans. So here, Shri Kripaluji Maharaj is describing that those who were conscious of their body, now in Ram's Premanand, have become so ecstatic they lost consciousness of their body. And those Paramahansas who were basically, their mind was dead. They were just absorbed in the abstract bliss of Brahm, no consciousness of any duality. They've now awakened to a new heightened state of duality in the state of Premanand. So this was the scene there in the palace of King Dashrath and the city of Ayodhya on the day that Shri Ram appeared. Everybody was so ecstatic. Indriya mana buddhi bhaye ramamaya. All their intellect, heart, their senses, everything became full of Ram. Just completely drowned in Ram's love. Jad chetan nahi parat lakhai. No one was conscious of anything except Ram, Ram. And in the end, Shri Kripaluji Maharaj says, Ram Kripalu Kripate Hu. I am also there. And with Ram's grace, I was also able to give some badhai there to Bhagwan Ram. Ram Kripalu Badhai Gai. By the way, Shri Kripaluji Maharaj's given name is Ram Kripalu, so there's a little play on words here by Shri Maharajji. So let us also do Roop Dhyan on this amazing scene of Ram's appearance. Nrip Dashrath Ghar Bhajat Badhai.
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 Bhajat Badhai, aaj 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 Bhajat Badhai.
Dehi bhai videha avadh maha.
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 Puni videha dehi pad pai.
Puni videhi pad pai.
Puni videha dehi pad pai.
Puni videhi pad pai.
Indriya man buddhi bhai Ramamaya.
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 Jad chetan nahi parat lakhai.
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 Nrip Dashrath Ghar Bhajat Badhai.
Nrip Dashrath Ghar Bhajat Badhai.
Ram Kripalu Kripate Haun.
Ram Kripalu Kripate Haun.
Ram Kripalu Kripate Haun.
Ram Kripalu Kripate Haun.
Ram Kripalu Badhai Gai.
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 Nrip Dashrath Ghar Bhajat Badhai.
Nrip Dashrath Ghar Bhajat Badhai.
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई।
भजत बधाई आज 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 भजत बधाई।
भजत बधाई।
भजत बधाई।
भजत बधाई।
भजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर 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 भजत बधाई।
यह अचरज सुनी विधि हरि हर सुर। यह अचरज सुनी विधि हरि हर सुर।
अचरज सुनी विधि हरि हर सुर।
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 यह अचरज सुनी विधि हरि हर सुर।
अचरज सुनी विधि हरि हर सुर।
जय जयकार करत रघुराई।
जय जय
राघवेंद्र सरकार की। जय जयकार करत रघुराई।
जय जयकार करत रघुराई।
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई।
नृप दशरथ घर भजत बधाई।
भजत बधाई आज 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 भजत बधाई।
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 नृप दशरथ घर 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 भजत बधाई।
राघवेंद्र सरकार की। सियावर रामचंद्र की। At this time, every day at noon, we have a short arti. So we'll be doing the Radha Krishna arti at this time. And we will be meeting back here in the hall at 2:30. We'll be showing the special lecture by Jagat Guru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj at 2:30. And at 3 o'clock, we'll begin the 8 hours continuous Hare.
वारी नथ वारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की। जसीले बैन रसीले नैन गसीले सैन दुहुन मैनन मन हारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की भुवन दिगजित वनि परवारी धुनि लट लट कनि छवि न्यारी धुनि भोमट कनि अति प्यारी रसन मुख पान हसन मुस्कान रसन तम कान धुनि बेसर छवि न्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की एक और पीतांबर पहरे एक और नीलांबर लहरे तुहुन उर लर मोतिन चहरे कांकनन खनक किंकिनिन झनक रूपुरन भनक धुन रुन झुन धुनि प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की एक सिर मोर मुकुट राजे एक सिर चुनरी छवि चाचे तुहुन सिर तिरछे बल ब्राजे संग ब्रज बाल लाडली लाल बाह गल डाल कृपालु धुन दिग जारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की आरती प्रीतम प्यारी की के बनवारी नथवारी की जगत गुरु श्री कृपालु जी महाराज की
जय।
श्री रासेश्वरी राधा रानी की
जय।
श्री राधा माधव धाम की
जय।
जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे